Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from deep profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. He conquers the markets, he turns water into wine. His timing flows where chaos turns divine. Cut sharp enough to time the sign. Yeah, this man's no common trader. He commands the market's numbers. We call him Chef Bailey. The market bends beneath his flame. Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from deep profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. Markets move, they twist and swing. Every tick can burn or bring. Ryan keeps calm, he trusts his thing. The charts tell him everything. But when T1 makes ding, 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 the futures spread their hidden wing. And he is ready for anything. Vic's still looking like a restless king.
Ready to stop guessing and start growing as a trader. Welcome to Vici Trading Solutions, a community built by real traders for serious learners. We don't just post trades, we teach the why behind every move. With a full education section and daily breakdowns, you'll start seeing the market like a pro. You won't be trading alone. Inside the Vici Discord, you're surrounded by committed traders, from futures pros to rising crypto specialists, all learning and winning together. Gain first access to our exclusive indicators, powerful tools used daily by hundreds across TradingView and beyond. These aren't gimmicks, they're built to sharpen your edge. Each morning, our founder posts a full trading plan for the S&P 500 or NASDAQ and calls out the levels he's watching live. No fluff, just clarity. Education, tools, community. Whether you trade futures, stock, or crypto, Vici gives you the foundation and firepower to grow. Join Vici, trade smarter, conquer the markets.
Ooh-wee! What a day, what a day, what a day. Oh my goodness. We blew the top off of this one. You ever seen where the guy gets up to the bat and he hits the ball and the cover comes off of it? That was us today. We crushed it. Absolutely murdered the game. The trade plan today was so sick. I spent more time posting, like making content for this stream than I did trading, because every time I get done doing something, another sick ass trade would like, our trade plan was just so unbelievable. Guys in the room absolutely murdered it. I can't wait to show you guys how the team put up some serious numbers today. Just absolutely unbelievable. Do you guys remember that movie Hook? Had Robin Williams and where he plays Peter Pan, and every time they do something, like they had that little special thing where they go bangarang. That was today for real, bro. We fucking killed it. So we're gonna get right into it. I can't wait to show you guys what is up. I mean, this was awesome because I ended up doing the weekend review on Monday because we had the holiday, and I always like to essentially wait and see what kind of price action we're going to get. So there's a thing with the holidays too. And I talked about this in the weekend review. We experienced it today. Any of the price action that happens on a holiday usually always gets retraced the next day. Now, it's not always like a guarantee, but it's pretty close. I mean, at this point, I don't think I can recall a day where that didn't happen unless we were just like in a super ridiculous bear market and we closed, very bearish on the pre-holiday day. But this is something that you guys can pretty much lean your hat on. This is one of the guys in the room, Stinky. He was like another edge, another S&P edge. Fantastic number there, because we were all long pre-market, which I'll show you guys was straight out of the trade plan. I mean, this day really just was so good. And I was so proud to bring this trade plan to you guys, especially coming right off the holiday. The weekend review was awesome. SPX played perfectly. Actually, everything was perfect today. So, it just, man, I love it when days are like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. As usual, please follow me across all socials. Ryan Bailey Edge on YouTube, Substack, X, and TradingView. I am very active on both X and Substack, especially Substack. That's where all you guys are at, the most of you guys are at, and I really appreciate your support. Our growth has just been going just supersonic right now. It was looking like silver when it was on that insane trajectory. We've had a lot of new subscribers, a lot of very, very happy people. I get a lot of amazing DMs, people thanking me. And so I hope that you guys are one of those people who are listening right now, because we just have an insane structure. I mean, even somebody in our room just easily said, right here that, we basically, our framework is absolutely insane. And it is, because everything is so good. It's just unbelievable. So I can't wait to show it to you guys. I wanted to thank everyone who has been sending me DMs as big thank yous. I'm so glad that I can help you guys beat the learning curve and bring you to profitability. I have a lot of people who've been passing prop firms, getting payouts, and that makes me feel so, so good. I mean, I'm making money. You guys are making money. We're all doing our thing. And the fact that I can lead you guys to, victory and give you a solid process, teach you patience. This is how professional traders trade. They don't trade reactionary. We wait for our spots and we do our thing, and you guys are making money. We're all making money. So let's go ahead and get into it right off the rip. I'm actually going to start with, as usual, the context for the day. So, this is coming into the day. I always have these notes on today's market, and I had the market context, and then the final thoughts are behind the paywall. So we had a few things here I wanted to show you guys. Sorry, my dad's back there shaving. For those of you guys don't know, I'm taking care of my dad for the next month. So he had hip surgery. As you can see behind, I'm stationed in their living room or in their dining room. And so I'm living back at mom's house again. It's been a big adjustment, but I will tell you, we're still getting it done, and everybody's working with me. So I appreciate you guys with all the weirdness, but listen, the plans are still fire. So here we go. So today, here's a big one. I thought this was interesting. This worked out perfect. Today, the projected range was 100 points. We moved approximately 65 points in the overnight session, bringing us down 29 points. At the time of writing, we were negative 29 points, leaving us approximately 40 points above or below in the overnight high or low. So that was a big one. I wanted to show you guys, this is the after. So as you can see, we had 75 points. We were going to move approximately 101. So the end result today was a 95 or 94.5 total range. So we almost got it. We missed our day's range by 6 points. Pretty good stuff. Those calculations were great. We had a zero baseline. Basically, relative volume was just 1%. So we could expect that full move or relatively close to that full move. And we got it. I mean, within a couple points, 6 points. Okay, cool, whatever. But this is essentially I've had a lot of people ask me, Ryan, how does this calculated? It's very simple. It's the 5-day range and the 10-day range added together, divided by 2. That's it. It's that simple. It's just take the 5-day average, the 10-day average, put those together, divide it by 2, and that's what you get. That's how I figure out. And then we use the relative volume, which is the relative volume over the past 5 days. Yes, it does constantly fluctuate, but as the time of writing is when I write the baseline, and it seems to work perfectly well. So good stuff. The other thing that we have been in for weeks, I tell you, weeks is negative gamma territory. Guys, this is the fun stuff. And to be frank, the fact that we're at negative gamma territory this close to all-time highs is extremely unique. And it has provided us with an immense amount of opportunities, which has been so awesome for us, because we normally don't get these kind of opportunities until we get a nice, strong pullback. So we have actually had negative gamma at the all-time highs for some time. And actually, it was so far off the skew today that I couldn't even see it. I just put it was at 7,000 plus because the dealers are still hedging short. I mean, right now, as of the way the process looks, we could still potentially come down. That doesn't mean we can't pop higher, because we had certain things happen today that we're going to go over. But all in all, right now, I'm still looking to the downside. Okay. So that doesn't mean I'm just going to get short at the open, but we play our levels and we break above certain pivots and we understand momentum shifts. And I lay that for you guys out for sure. But here's the biggest thing. I let it be known right away. We have a large range with money to be made in both directions. And man, was it money to be made in both directions. All right. We had a killer short we had a long pre-market, and we had a killer short at the open. Then they came down and swept our major level, and they held this options pivot. They squeezed everybody's balls, and then we shorted again from 68.80, which was just absolutely unbelievable. We're going to get right into that right now. So this was good stuff. So the bearish shift down here, we have some major levels to look above that we're going to need to be above below. Those are the pivots I was telling you about. Bears had the upper hand as of now, and the Bulls have a lot to accomplish to actually get momentum in their favor. And I still believe that as of right this second, and we will go over those levels. So again, my final thoughts for the day coming in, just so you guys understand how this works. For me, it's all about gaining or losing support. And so when I start to, as you know, in the bullish market, I kept saying, oh, we gained on the daily, but we didn't lose on we lost on the 4 hour, but I still have to default to trend or default to the higher time frame. Well, guess what? In this situation, we have lost on the weekly, we have lost on the daily, and we lost on the 4 hour time frame. And we were drifting down in the overnight sessions. I was obviously still pointing down, still very much in pointing down. We have a long way to go before we start to gain some real serious support. But again, that doesn't mean they can't drift higher. But as of right now, we're going to get a lot of rotations, which is fantastic for those of you who like to basically play the balance, which is what we had today, which is a massively large balance area. So we didn't even have any red tag news today coming into the day, but we did expect still a volatile day, and I'll be damned if we didn't get it. It was awesome. And so we had two things that I was looking for. One didn't happen and one did. I was assuming that we were going to sweep the leg below 78.80, losing the daily leg. That's what didn't happen. But actually, we had something else happen that we'll show you. I'll show you the context. But we did sweep the low at, that daily leg. This is SPX. My bad. Actually, this all worked out. We actually did sweep the leg at 67.80 on SPX, and we also broke the 67.98 daily leg. So this was actually, I'm so sorry. So that was actually legit. That happened. Gave you guys all the ammo you needed to succeed, and that was love. So let's go ahead and get right into the trades, and I'll show you guys what is cracking. All right. So here was our pre-market long. This was right out of the gate, guys. This was the big sweep in the beginning. This was the first level that I had in here. As you can see, the key support zones. This is the bullet point for our main one. This was the stick save Friday, because as I wrote this, we were literally right here. And I said, all right, so this is the 68.1575 daily and the 68.10 massive put wall, right? So this was the Friday's low as well. As you can see, this was the daily low. So the actionable setup, it would not surprise me to see a push below this level and pop back up and reclaim 68.1575 and squeeze for a little bit higher and retrace some of the overnight action. Well, that's exactly what they did. They came down here. They held our large put wall at 68.10. They swept Friday's low. They came back up with force above 68.1575 and popped super hard. We actually popped 30 points immediately in the overnight. Actually, not immediately, but we popped up. We sat for about 15 minutes, and then something happened. I don't know. I was meditating, and I come back, and my targets were filled, which was super awesome. And my big, area that I was trying to get to was this massive monthly and this big 4 hour here at 68.5475, which we ultimately did get. So, again, just letting people know right here that I would be very cautious taking longs. Obviously, I took this long because how could I not? It played out so perfectly. It was a sweep of Friday. And so life was just so good pre-market. Basically, I know I personally banked about $1,000 before the market even opened, which made me really happy because then I had some cushion to play with, which was great. So that was what's up. So then we ended up squeezing pretty hard off of this, okay? And our next area that we really pegged to the T was this spot right here. Let me pull this up. Here we go. And you guys heard me talk about this level so many times in the weekend review. I talked about this massive monthly level at 68.57 being our big pivot above below shift. This is also the level that I marked for you guys in the plan. It had the arrow up, arrow down. This was it, right? We had an untested 4 hour at 54. We had the massive options pivot at 51. The options pivot at 51, but this massive call wall, it was so big, I couldn't ignore it. And as you can see up here, this is the 68.61. We played it almost to the tick. It was absolutely incredible. This is a huge level. Put it out right there for you guys. This is the important above below level for momentum shift. I do expect a reaction here. Guys, this is fucking paint by numbers for real, for real. For real, for real. Like, I'm telling you exactly what's happening, right? So look for price to pull back below the daily at 68.39 for continuation lower. Well, did we get that? You're damn right we got it. Look at this short. This thing flushed. In 20 minutes, we basically moved almost 70 points. It was the most incredible flush. We were just absolutely just raking it in. And the best thing about this is it came right down to our next support area right here, which was the tested daily at 67.90 and 67.94. And what did I say right here? What did I say? What did I say? Can you read it? Look at it. Confluence right here. These two could give a nice little pop. It would be a great target for a long scalp or a place to cover shorts. Hello. I tell you where to get in. I tell you where to get out. You're welcome. Okay. Right. Like paint by numbers, people. Trade by numbers. Trade by Ryan. That's it. There you go. So this is just, I mean, these trade plans, I continue to show out for you guys each and every single day. These plans are just ridiculous. I'm even surprising myself. Like when I read this, I'm like, God damn, these things are good. And obviously the guys in the room, they're all following along. They're like, damn, like they just follow this shit blindly because why would you not? Like, this is just so good. And my man Zoog, wait till I show you this long. He fucking killed it today. He killed it. Big shout out to big homie Zoog. Unbelievable. I'll show you when I do the scoreboard. Unfucking real. So let's just go back into this right here. So this was the big short. This is the short that I took. I'll go ahead and show you what's up. And also I wanted to give a big shout out to Edgeful on this one because I'll show you exactly how this played out. This is the most ridiculous. You guys know that I'm sponsored by Edgeful. You know, I wear their jersey and all that good stuff, right? Well, guess what? So I'm short up here. The 61 played. I'm short underneath 57. I had, a couple cars on, whatever. And we're coming down, and I look over at Edgeful, and I'm like, let me look and see what statistics we got. Look at this statistic. I couldn't believe it. 100% chance, 100% chance that we would see 68-22-75. Excuse me? Bangarang! I'm like 100. Of course I have to hold a runner there. Why would I not? It's the most... I mean, even 80%, I'm like, okay, fuck it, let's ride. 100? Not 99, 100. I could not believe it. This is a really cool trade that I've actually started to incorporate in my process every day. This is called the ICT opening retracement, whatever it's opening retracement. You'd have to look into it, but I'll tell you what, if you are really serious about trading and you're not using this platform, then you're not really serious about trading, because this platform for $50 literally had me hold. I was looking to start taking my T's around 42, which would have been a sweet ass trade. It would have been 20 points, right? 39, 22. I ended up squeezing an extra 40 points out of this motherfucker because they said it had a 100% chance of hitting this target. And I'm sorry, at $50 a month, if I can squeeze an extra 20 points out of this, we're talking about a G-ball, people, a G-ball. That's 2 years worth of paying for this. By one day. And I show you this shit every single day. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. I'm sorry. This platform is phenomenal. And the statistics are worth every freaking penny. And to be honest, if it was $500 a month, I'd still pay it. So just to show you exactly what we're doing here, short from our level, underneath the week or underneath the monthly, following this all the way down, and we got exactly what we wanted. It was great. And to be frank, I should have actually I had 3 on. I should have held 1 for even lower. And so I kind of sold myself a little short, but this thing flushed hard. I ended up getting filled on 27. Like it just unbelievable. I think I actually moved this down to 24 because I told everybody, I was like, well, I'm not going to hold it to 23. I'm going to front run it a little bit. And I did, and I got filled, and it was sick. And I couldn't be happier. So that was absolutely phenomenal. And that's all I needed. I made all my money in the first 20 minutes of the day. And that was it. There was so many more opportunities today. And I didn't take them because I was so busy working in the room and, making content, et cetera. But I know guys in the room just absolutely crushed it, which we will soon get into right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next spot here, which is crazy. And I just want to let everybody know who's watching this stream. There is something going on with both X and Substack. I'm having a difficulty seeing who's in the room right now, who's in the stream. I can't see anybody's name. I don't really see any viewer counts, and X doesn't show anything at all. So there's some issues going on. So if I didn't give you guys shout outs, I love you guys. You guys know who I'm talking about. You know. Okay. All right. So as I said before, we came down to this long down here. Let's just go ahead and take a look at this. My man Zook, he had the balls down here. This motherfucker had the kahunas because I was like, I wasn't looking for longs. I'm not looking for longs. I'm short bias, So I was just really wanting to fade everything that popped at this point. So check this out. And this went way more than 50 points. I'll say that. It went way more than 50 points. I only showed this up to 39. So look what we did here, right? So this was the tested daily target, 67.90 and 67.94. This is the spot I told you to be the great place to look for a long scalp or to cover shorts. Well, Zook didn't just do a long scalp. This mofo held it all the way to the top. I can't believe it, but congratulations to my homies in the room. And as you can see, this is the daily. This is the put wall down here. Rob, you are a genius, bro. I just want to if you guys, I've heard me talk about Rob. He doesn't show his face very often. The guy is a freaking genius. I'm not kidding. He's Rain Man. He's fucking amazing. And math is his thing. And he made this amazing GEX options analyzer, which gives you guys the levels that count. That's it. Just the levels that count. We don't give you 20 freaking levels every day. We usually give you 3 on the upside, 3 on the downside. As you can see, the very first one on the upside played to the high tick, and this one down here played to the low tick, which is the second one to the low side. Absolutely unbelievable. And it's usually, they're always lined up with our spots. I don't take these levels blindly. We use them in confluence. And when things like this happen, look how close it got to that 67.90. So we knew that this area was going to be confluent for a nice little pop. And when I took this picture, it was 50 points and counting. Look how high this thing went. It took us all the way up to our 68.80 that we've talked about 100 times. Oh, wait a minute. That's not it. That's it. Look at that. This went 67.94 to 67.85. This took us up 90 points. Okay, I said it was a little scalp. My bad. I was totally wrong, right? But this thing was redonkulous. And of course, up here, the monthly played as resistance once again. And then they held this 4-hour support here that we shorted from. And then they pushed up into our 80, which was absolutely unbelievable. So that was super sick. Now, let me show you this. Here's why we got the short or the squeeze. And I can show you on ES, but this is going to be way easier because, I'm going to pull this up real quick because, I stumbled on myself this morning. Not this morning, when we just did this right now. So remember this. I'm assuming this is regarding SPX. I'm assuming that we will sweep the low below 67.80, losing our daily leg, and the 67.98 on SPX. Okay, we ready? Are we ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. Boom. All right, 67.98. This is what we held for the big pop. Took us up 90 points on Friday. Once again, we came down. What did we do, people? What did we do? Tell me what we did. We swept that mofo. You better believe we swept that mofo. Look, just like we thought. And that is what gave us the squeeze. As soon as the sellers started taking profits, we found new buyers. They started to reclaim this low, and they squeezed hard as a mofo, right? And right here, assuming this is the same thing, I'm not going to read it to you again, but goddamn, are these plans good? Ooh, horn tootin'. How could I not? Because this shit is fire, right? So it's absolutely unbelievable. And you know what I actually forgot to do? We forgot to talk about this. And so Actually, I did this all out of sequence. It's unfortunate. I wanted to talk about VIX because it's fine. Well, I'll make it work. So check this out. I was supposed to show you this in the very beginning and I forgot. So look at this. We talked about this $20 handle so many times, right? And we've also talked about this 21.77 pivot and this weekly at 20.78. So this is what's crazy. It's insane how perfectly it played. So remember the first long that we took pre-market. Remember that one? Let me just go ahead and pull that up real fast. Here's the pre-market long, right? So we were talking about how they wouldn't surprise me to retrace some of this stuff, right? And so the very first thing I said on VIX right here is the pullback gap fill. So we're talking about the 21.77 daily right here, and that's the major pivot to break above below to the downside. And I said right here, directly below that, right, we had the 20.78 weekly that is now currently untested from the top down, which would be a nice gap fill from Friday. If we do pull back into the VIX, look for a reaction here. Well, this is where we opened at. We pulled right back down. We didn't quite get it, but look what they did. They pulled back down. This was our long pre-market, or right at the open, and then boom, they just catapulted out of there once they started, got close to that gap fill. We're watching this, and this was our short. This was our massive 70-point short all the way down, which was just so perfect, right? So perfect. And then, of course, we come over here. We start to lose 2177 again. And this was that massive long that Zug wrote up for 100 points. You are a killer, bro. You are a killer, homie. Oh, man. This guy, I love it. You know, Zug has transformed into a beast. And when I show you guys some of these guys in the room, you guys are just, you're going to be jealous because I'm jealous. And not really because I taught them how to do the shit. But I will tell you this. They definitely seems like they make more money than me some days. I'm just a slow and steady Eddie. I hit my singles and get the fuck out the way. These guys, they be milking this market. And I salute that. I definitely salute that. So, okay. So let's get back into what we're doing here. All right. So I talked about VIX. We talked about the sweep. What else? What else we got? I talked about that. Okay. So here we go. So what did we do? Let me see what we got. Yep. All right. So check this out. So as you guys know, 68.80 has been super important for us. I mean, God, how many weeks have I talked about 68.80 being above or below this magic pivot, right? It was the 68.80 and the 93 spot. We've talked about it 100 times, right? They actually played it on the holiday session. I talked about it in the weekend review, brought us all the way down. And then what did we do? Well, we popped from that low and we came all the way back up there, 68.80 weekly, and the previous weekly value area low at 82. Looks like it played perfect. At the overall, we had a 4-hour level at 83.50. And look what I say right here. Yeah, please look. This is a huge momentum shift for us. Being above or below this level, it's everything. And it would not surprise me to see it get a reaction once again. And what did it do? It paid for 30 points again at the end of the day. Absolutely incredible. And it couldn't have been better. So this was an awesome day. We've caught not only the pre-market long, we caught the post-open short, then we caught the long from the lows that was textbook. We laid it out for everybody. It was awesome. And then we come right up here and play the other 68.80 again. I mean, just flat out unbelievable. We had SPX lay it out for you guys. This was the blueprint of all blueprints. And yes, I'm very proud of this. I mean, I gotta say, toot my own horn. Listen, I was telling somebody that is in the room right now, like, this is my prime. I'm in my prime right now. For real. Like anybody who's taking part of this right now, you are very, very lucky because this wasn't always this good, right? I am literally in the prime of my career right now. This is so dialed in. It's incredible. And it has taken me 10 years to get here. Not 10 years to be profitable, but 10 years to get where I am today. Zug knows. Zug's been with me since the beginning, damn near. It has taken me 10 years. But after 10 years, it is almost perfection at this point. And now we just gun them down. We gun them down. And that is it, because I'll tell you, I don't care how long it takes. All you need is your moment. When you have your moment, it makes up for all the bullshit. And right now, I'm riding that moment. You better believe it. And you guys better ride it with me. So here's the deal. And I'll show you who is riding it with me right now. Let me show you. Here's my crew. Here's my boys. Here we go. Now, I didn't catch everybody's scoreboard. There was a lot of people who posted it in the regular chat today. And I just didn't catch it because I was making this on the way into the stream. But again, SCO is another course holder. And I want to just point this out. We have some people in here that hit the scoreboard quite often that aren't course holders, but the guys who are course holders, let me tell you what, these guys are consistent. They're putting up big money all the time because they know the process. They know exactly what I'm doing. And I'm going to show you this crazy. SCO, course holder, super consistent now. This guy couldn't rub two nickels together a couple years ago. Now he's a monster. Right. This is my little $2,500 I put up today. I actually put up another, $200. I was like 2,700. Doesn't matter. But it was 20 minutes. It was literally 20 minutes. Couldn't believe it. So I was like, I'm out of here. We got Shees. Shees was off. He's on vacation right now. He made a little money on the mobile side. Salute to you, Shees, doing your thing. And then we got Sam. Look at Sam. Sam did over $4,000 today. Looks like more like $5,000. Salute, Sam. Killing it, brother. I'm so proud of you. He's got these copy traders going. He's all funded. He gets his payouts consistent as can be. So impressive. So impressive that we saw. You guys remember that from Encino Man? That's good stuff. Love Encino Man. So then we got, here we go. Here we go, Zug. Oh my goodness. Look at this guy. 1,977 points on NQ. He's got 2 funded accounts. I think one of these was funded. One of them wasn't. I don't really know which one's which. Doesn't really matter because color me impressed. I don't really care. 429 points. This guy put up insane money over here. And this isn't it. He's not done yet. He actually took the short today from 80. He wrote it down. And so let's go ahead and see what else he's got. Look at this. Let's see. Where are we at? Woo-wee! Look at this guy. $7,000. Zoo, you are an absolute criminal. You're killing him, son. He's a serial killer. Oh, my God. Course holder. Shout out course holder. Shout out Team Vici. Oh, and then guess what? You guys know, I mean, here, this guy he came out of nowhere, right? This is a personal friend of mine. He's dating my girlfriend's friend, and he's a dentist. And I've talked about this guy 100 times, or yeah, he says, I'm not a dentist. I'm a whatever. It doesn't matter. He works on teeth. And this guy, he has no trading experience whatsoever. He took the course. He gets the trade plans. He's on the board every day, and he is slapping. Look at this, $3,700. Even this guy, talking about the framework we have is insane. I was trying to get a pic for the stream, and he's like deleting. I'm like, dude, put that back up there. I need that. But here's what you guys should all be paying attention to. The best money you ever spent, or the best money you ever spent on a course that paid off like 20 times by now. Easily, he said. Easily paid off by 20 times by now. This guy is another serial killer. I got a whole room full of them. We are just in here absolutely clapping it. If you guys are paid Substack subscribers and you are not in this room, get your butt in here. Shoot me a DM. Yes, I do charge $50 for the room. Big stinking deal. You see the kind of money these guys are putting up? Unbelievable. I talk all day long in my own personal chat. That way you guys can just see my thoughts on the market as things are going along. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about right here. This is where it's going down. The founder's notes. These are all my personal channels. I'm always putting stuff in here, keeping guys abreast and in tune with what's going on. Always looking at SPX, showing them, hey, look at this monthly leg. We're getting ready to smack from here. Zoo was all in the short. He's like, yeah, I got that. Don't trip. I was taking care of my pops, right? So, I look out for the homies. I look out for the homies, and that's good enough for me because as long as we all make money, that's what's up. So anyways, with that being said, I have showed you guys an incredible day. The trade plan was insane. It was so good. Came right off the weekend review, right into a killer trade plan. I could not wait to show this to you guys. If you guys don't see the proof is in the pudding on this one, I don't know what to tell you. And listen, Edgeful, 100%? Like, what? These the kind of stats are crazy. I love these people. I really do. Check out their link. It's in this post. It's right down there. Do yourself a favor. I mean, it's the best $50 you'll ever spend. Well, besides on the trade plans in the Discord room. It's actually third in line, right? So anyways, long story short, that's it for the day. I will be here same time, same channel tomorrow. And of course, I'll get your trade plan out for 8:30 in the morning before the market breaks. And I will see you guys tomorrow. It's going to be another wonderful day. I hate to say, I feel like every day I'm like, oh, we had a killer day. Oh, this and that. But we really, really do. I mean, it's really, I don't know. I'm in my prime, baby. I'm in my prime. This is it. You better be a part of it because I ain't going to be here forever. I'm already thinking about retirement. So, let's go. Let's get it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.